and we are live. Hey, what's so funny?
Oh man, nothing, man.
Yeah.
I'm just chilling.
Alright.
Staying cool like that, be cool.
Cool water. Alright. So we're gonna get this thing moving here. I'm gonna hit you with a throwback, Steve-O, man. Yeah, I think you might like this one.
What shit you got there, buddy?
It's kind of fitting. Oh, sorry about that.
I don't know about that one.
I don't know. I think I like that one, Steve-O. Your co-host, your homie, Moss Money, and of course my right hand man, my co-host, Headbanger, Steve-O.
What's good, man?
What's good, Steve-O? How you, man?
Oh man, another week, another day, down, ready to go.
Let's
Loaded.
Yes, sir. So I want to thank everybody for joining the MoneyPot podcast. Oh man, here we go. Steve, you know how they do. Guess who's on Facebook Live? B. Screws. Pop. What's up? And you know what's the first thing he said? How about them Cowboys? How about them Cowboys? And honestly, I can't even hate Steve. Like they're balling right now.
Yeah, they're doing good, man. Shout out to them Cowgirl fans. But you know, we gonna link up next week.
We don't care about them. Just talking about a shout out. Get out of here. Shout out these.
Who?
These. I'll leave it at that.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man. So I want to appreciate everybody for coming on and joining the MoneyPot podcast. I see B. Dot on there. I see the homie Dave Brady on there. I see a couple people also on there as well. So we're going to get right at it, man. What you got me on this Kaepernick talk, man? We got to keep this conversation alive.
Ain't much to talk about, man. He's starting again this week. Let's see how he do. But,
Right.
I mean, he's keeping up, you know, what he's been doing since the beginning of the season and preseason and nailing at the beginning of the games. He's consistent with it. But
No, he is.
Too much,
Yeah, no, yeah.
too much surrounding it.
Yeah, no, and I think you know what it is too. I think it's because of the election has been on the airways, so that's been kind of on the media outlets. And you know, just like honestly, on football wise, man, you can stick a fork in that guy, man. Like he's done. Like I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if it's Chip Kelly. You know, you can throw a little bit of different things around that kind of situation. Honestly, like we said last week, and I kind of hinted at it as well, that I think he's ready for the next opportunity and where this journey is going to take him. I think he's done. After this year, I know he reworked his contract. I'm not 100% sure about the language in his contract, but I know that he's able to walk away from football next year. So stick a fork in that guy, bro.
I don't know, man. The 49ers stink, period. So their talent is in the dumpster.
Yeah, but so is Kaepernick stink. He didn't show nothing last week.
I mean, honestly, I could see Kaepernick going to the Jets and being okay.
He tried that already. That didn't work out.
He didn't try it. They just wouldn't trade for him. They didn't want to
Because they don't want him.
No, they didn't want that contract. He had a hefty price tag. That's why he reworked it.
Yeah, he did.
I can see him going there.
Nah. Yeah.
I can see him going there.
Yeah.
Smith isn't that good. Fitzpatrick stinks. So, I mean, there's teams that can definitely use him. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. The homie B. Dot asked, do you think that the Kaepernick and the whole movement is going to carry over to the NBA? Absolutely. I don't think they'll kneel during the national anthem. I think they might. What have they been doing? They've been locking arms so far, right? From what I've seen. Yes.
Everybody's going to do their own little thing, so
Right.
I think that it's going to carry over, and people are going to have, put their own individuality onto it, whether they, put their fist up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure anyone's going to nail on the hardwood.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Some people may even sit down. Who knows?
I think sitting down might be worse. You think sitting down is worse than kneeling? I feel like it is. I feel like it's more like at least kneeling. You were going to stand, you kneel, but sitting down with your arms just kind of like chilling in the chair.
Let me ask you this: what about the people at the games that continue to sit in their seats? What are they supposed to do? Are they supposed to kneel?
Yeah, but that's different. That's different, Steve. We're talking about people who are on camera, who are on the, in the front line of everybody in their face. They don't show people in the crowd. Nobody cares about the crowd kneeling.
They could do whatever they want. If they want to sit, they sit.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Like I said, I do think it goes to the NBA, and I think who was the four? It was D Wade, Chris Paul, Melo, and Bron, who on the ESPYs made their intentions known and how they want to be a part of the movement, and hopefully they are. I know Melo just had a nice article on ESPN. I didn't get a chance to read it, but I thought it was pretty cool. He was dressed all black, militant style, so I thought that was it looked kind of cool to kind of for him to be showcased like that. So we'll see, B Screws. We'll see what happens after that. So I think say that again, Steve.
I said no. That was a good question, man, and I think it will carry over.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think it will carry over, and it's already started to carry over as well. I think the next step, though, is I think, Steve, we need to challenge not only ourselves but everybody listening that we need to be a part of the solution. Like we always said before, if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. So I challenge anybody in the next week or to the next show to go out there and be a part of the solution, whether it's following somebody on Instagram or Facebook who's part of the movement, reading up on some history. Like I said earlier, I did start reading the autobiography of Malcolm X. Educate yourself, educate your kids, educate the youth. See some type of historical documentary or movie. Do something that you wouldn't have done before, even though we should already be doing this because this is history. But in today's world, it's just an unwritten history. It's not even unwritten, a better word, it's a forgotten history about the police brutality, the black injustices, the racial obstacles that as African Americans that we face today. So I challenge anybody and everybody to do that. And I actually did some research myself today, Steve, and I got to go on my phone real quick. And I found an awesome quote from Damon Dash, who was the former CEO of Rockefeller Records. And I want to close out the Cabinet Talk on this, just to give a little food for thought for anybody listening, that I think this is, awesome, definitely for our black people. A Jewish businessman once told me, "We call you black people liquid money. The same way that water falls out of a man's hands, money typically seeps out of a black person's hand the same way. Your community gets money and immediately gives it all away to people who aren't black. We see that as a huge business opportunity." Powerful, powerful message, powerful words from Damon Dash, and a great message to all black people that it starts with us. We have to look at each other. We have to love each other. We can't be violent against each other. We have to support each other, support black businesses. And when it starts with us and we make that change happen, then we can change the world. But until then, nothing will really change. So just wanted to add that little snippet there, Steve-O.
That was a pretty good quote. I mean,
it's real talk.
It is, but at the same time, I mean, people gonna spend their money how they spend it, man. Everybody is used to spending it on the routine places and the big name places, Target, Walmart, all of that, because they feel as though it's not too many black stores in our community. You look at our community, the stores in our community aren't owned by blacks.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Aren't blacks. You see a lot of
this ain't like Chinatown.
Right, Hispanic stores, Chinese stores, white-owned stores. You don't see many black stores. So,
Right. We got to change that, Steve.
I mean, it's easy to say because there's a lot of times it's hard for the black community and the black store owners to get those same loans that everyone else is getting as well. So, I mean, it's good, and it's a way to look at it, and be optimistic towards it. But at the same time, we got to be a little realistic because this is what we're surrounded by, and
this is the hole we're in right now.
Yeah, and 9 times out of 10, we're gonna rush and spend our money at cool stores. But we want to try and support our black people.
Right.
It's hard because where are we gonna turn to? Because we can't turn to too many stores.
Right. And music drives it so much. What these youth, what these kids, and what people see on TV, what's considered cool, what's considered hip, and what's in for fashion, or whatever, the right type of car and stuff like that. Like it's just insane how that drives our community the most.
Right.
So, but. Like again, we'll continue this conversation. I think the most important thing is continuing the conversation, even though after a while, how many times can you talk about it? That's why I posted that challenge out to everybody listening to do something, to help support the movement if they can. So what about these birds, man? Let's get right into it, man. What's up? We're 3-3. What you
Actually, we're 3-2.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're 3-2. You're right.
Yeah, not 3-3, buddy. But I mean, two losses in a row, man. It's I don't know if that early bye was too much for them. Maybe if it came at a later time of the year and let them continue their.
We always get the bye early, man. I remember back in Andy's days, we always got the bye like before week 6. I couldn't stand it.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's what caused this momentum shift, but it's also poor play by some of our players as well. So.
Yeah. So the Lane Johnson, obviously, PD suspension just destroyed us. It just killed us. And I got some. Go ahead.
Yeah, because the kid, Big V, man, he looked like a big disaster. He was hard.
Yeah, he was.
He gave up 2.5 sacks in like a quarter, man. He's I don't know. He looked bad.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you wanna try to give him a chance because he's a rookie, but I'm not trying to hear that, man. As a coach, you need to make a change somehow, some way. If you need to slide guys around and put the veteran, what's his name, Wojcinski or whatever, on that guard and move Tobin out the tackle, I'm okay with that. But
you mean Barber, right? Not Tobin, Barber.
Yeah, Barber.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Alan Barber, put him out at right tackle where he played in the preseason, and then just go from there.
Right.
But you can't leave that kid out there on the hollow like that because the Vikings is going to eat him alive as well.
Yeah, so I got some stats from listening to Jaws' Ron Jaworski's show, and here's some funny stats. The Eagles ran the ball 64% of the time to the left side in the last game, which is, kind of crazy and predictable. And then when the Eagles were in 11 personnel, which is 1 tight end, 2 receivers, and 1 running back, when the tight end was on the right-hand side, the ball went to the offensive left 71% of the time. So, when you play good teams, eventually those trends are going to come up and coaches are going to be able to adapt to what you're doing. And the Eagles came very, very predictable in that last Redskins game. Now, I think, honestly, Steve, I think we will all be saying a different tune if we beat Detroit and we lost to Washington. We're sitting at 4-1. I think a lot of people's attitudes would be a little bit different, feeling a little bit better going to this Vikings game, but knowing that we're going into the meat of our schedule, and they know that if we lose this game, that it's a possibility that we could go on a little bit of a losing streak, which we already are in the midst of right now. So I just think that the lanes, that whole issue, man, that just killed us. And like you said, and you hinted at before, Peterson's got to be better, right? Peterson's got to be smart and give the kid some help. Don't become too predictable. You were awesome in your play call in the first 3 games. And I think the league kind of caught up because now there's film on you, right? There's film on your 3 games. What's your sets that you like? What do you run out of these sets? How often do you run the ball on 1st and 10 or 2nd and 6? What are your tendencies? And I think the league kind of caught up, but good coaches always adapt. So I hope and pray that against the Minnesota Vikings, he changes his ways and adapts and puts his players in the best position that they can be. Shay, shout out Matt Elliott and Big John joining a Facebook Live podcast, man. What's up?
Yeah, but just to piggyback off what you said, Doug Peterson, I don't think the play calling was really bad last week. They just couldn't get in a rhythm.
I thought it was terrible. They knew what they were doing.
It's not even that they knew what they were doing. They just were. The time of possession was crazy. The second quarter, Washington had the ball
right
almost the whole quarter. So it was hard for the defense, the offense to really get in any kind of rhythm because they didn't have the ball.
Right.
And Washington defense was pretty much just on a sideline, just chilling. And they wouldn't pick apart what was going on. And to be honest, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I'm attacking that side of the offensive line all day as well.
Right.
Because you got a rookie over there. You're going up against a really good defensive player in Kerrigan. So it's not like he was going up against a scrub.
No, you're absolutely right. They should at least slid or helped or did something a little bit more to kind of support the kid out there on his first run at it.
Right. Even move the pocket a little bit if you had to.
Right. Do a couple bootlegs or they're not waggles, but a couple bootlegs to the left or just get Wentz on the move, just to help him out. Yeah, no, I completely agree. So what do you think about this Benny Logan injury? How bad do you think that hurts?
Well, he's a game time decision, to be honest.
Is he? Have they changed him to game time decision?
From last I read, it said Benny Logan was a game time decision.
Right.
But I'm okay with. I actually like Bo Allen.
I do too. He's stout in the run.
He is. He's quicker than I really thought.
Right. No, I agree.
I don't think that they lose much with that.
Right.
Bo Allen is pretty good against the run. Like, he's a big body in the middle.
No, he is.
And, they have interchangeable guys that they can move around the line. They can put inside and out.
Oh, you talking about Rennie?
Yeah, Rennie. Even Graham at times moved inside a couple of times, just, on passing situations. Right.
But
I just think, I don't think that hurts as much as Tulane Johnson, of course. But, Benny Logan, he's been having a really good season.
Yeah.
I think he had the last 3 games he had a sack.
Yeah, I think it kind of hurts. I like you said, not as hurt as bad as Lane Johnson, but I do think it hurts. Just almost as similar it does because now it doesn't free Cox up, right? It doesn't free Cox up for one-on-one matchups. It allows them to double Cox and make somebody else beat them.
Cox doesn't get one one matchup either way with Benny Logan.
Well, I think every once in a while they're gonna have to double Logan, right? And like some type of run, because he's a load to handle.
No, you don't double Benny. No way. You don't double.
You don't double. So you double Cox the whole game.
No. If that's the scheme that they're gonna run,
right?
I'm pretty sure no one's gonna double Benny Logan and let Fletcher Cox go 1-on-1. If you're gonna run that scheme, you're an idiot. I'm gonna let Benny Logan. I'll let Benny Logan beat me all day long.
All right.
If I can contain Cox, I'll take my chances for Benny Logan all day.
I can dig it. No, I mean you're absolutely right.
Well, it says Benny Logan is questionable, so we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see how that plays out. So
yeah, we'll see how it plays out.
They got gassed last week on the ground, so hopefully that doesn't happen again. They got smacked in the mouth. So, who you got as your offensive player and your defensive player who needs to step up? Yo, shout out to Ron, shout out to James Solano and John Alfarano for joining the podcast. But who do you have for
defensive player? Nolan Carroll. Man.
Really?
Nolan Carroll needs to step up.
Okay.
No, really. He looked horrible last week. Even against Detroit, they was going right at him.
Right.
Last two games, Nolan Carroll has played bad, and I'm a big advocate of Nolan Carroll, but yeah, and I can't put too much on a rookie because I mean he's a rookie. Yeah, he just got thrown in there. He wasn't expecting for him to start, man, and he's been battling. He's really been battling. He gave up some good plays, but Jalen Mills is just, what was he, a 6th-round pick? He should have been higher than that, but you don't put everything on him. But Nolan Carroll is a veteran that is a legitimate starter in the league, and he's last few games, man, he was getting abused. I just couldn't stomach it.
Hey, before I cut you off right there, hey, Ron said heads up an analyst from my boy Steve. He just wanted to shout you out.
What's up, Ron?
Yeah, he said heads up.
I heard what he said. It's a small world after all. Yeah, with my offensive guy, I'm gonna go with Zach Ertz.
I got the same guy too on that one. I went different defensively, but go ahead.
So who you got on defense? I mean, we got the same offense.
Yeah, we got the same offensive player. I mean, Ertz is what his head is on a missing milk carton right now. He's got to show up in this game. There's no ands, ifs, buts about it. He has to show up in this game. So my defensive player, I went with Vinny Curry, man. He got paid starter money. He was supposed to be the sack artist of this defensive line of, this defensive front. And the last game, it might not be his fault, but he was only on the field for 17 plays, where in Game 7 he has 1 sack on the year, and it was a garbage sack. So I think that he's going against an average offensive line from some of the research I've done. The NFL is all about taking advantages of your opportunities. Vinny Curry needs to step up in this game because they already came out and said that Connor Barwin, they're going to cut some of his snaps. So I think Vinny Curry's going to, counting on the offensive flow of the game, I think he's going to get at least 50 to 60, snaps, right? So
yeah, I think that's a good call too because the more he plays, I think the more he gets in a rhythm.
Yeah, I hope so, but I think the reason why I don't think he's been playing is because they haven't been getting any production out of him. I honestly do. I think.
They haven't been getting production out of Barwin either. So
no, they haven't. My bad, bro.
Yeah, a lot of these guys just been, they just stuck with what they have right now, and they still filling everything out. So,
they still filling something out by the 7th game. Come on, man.
Yeah, because they still need to do. To me, honestly, they need to make some changes on on each level, except for the 60s.
Right.
On each level, they need to make changes. The linebackers, they haven't been playing good.
Where's Hicks at? Like, where? I mean, not where is he at on the, like in his production, but where is he at on the field? Is he playing the weak side or is he middle?
No, he's playing the middle. He's still in the middle.
No, he's still in the middle. Because they got Kendricks out there, right?
Nigel Brown is playing one outside, and Kendricks is playing outside.
Who's the Sam? Do you know? Is it? They said Kendricks is out of shape.
Kendricks looks bad, man. He had a hell of a play last.
Oh man, did he? Yeah, no, did he? That's the Kendricks. That's the Kendricks I like. That's the Kendricks I know. Like that kind of reverse.
He's going to get outplayed by his brother this week.
Oh yeah, well his brother's better than him.
Yeah, but he looks bad, man. They all over pursued too much this week. There was a lot of over pursuing.
Mm-hmm.
Tackling was horrible.
It was.
No one stayed. I seen as good as Brandon Graham's have been playing this year. I seen him giving up the cutbacks because he's following the run upfield, downfield, instead of staying home and playing the cutback. Like he wasn't going to catch him, so you stay home and then once they pass, then you pursue. But he gave up a lot, even on Barwin's side. They just weren't disciplined this week at all. Like the discipline on the defensive side was at an all-time low. Hopefully they can bounce back. This is a game that I think is, I can't say that it's an easy game to win, but I think it's a game that the defense can make a statement.
Yeah, no, we're going to get there, Steven, and I completely agree with you. Before you kind of get into your analysis of the Vikings and the Eagles game. So we did this last week. I think we'll do it after this game, and we'll get a better understanding of where we are when we go through the schedule of the win-loss. But what I wanted to do, we ran through the playoffs and the division winners as well last week. Let's switch it up. Who can we write off in the NFC right now? Like, who's done? Who's not making the playoffs? I got 6 teams. I got the 49ers, the Bears, Tampa Bay, New Orleans, Carolina, and Detroit. That's it.
That's who you're writing off for
sure. Yeah, that's who I'm writing off. That's who I think is done. I mean, Detroit's 3-3, but they're in a tough division. Minnesota's in that division, and Green Bay's in that division.
And Green Bay, right?
Yeah, so
I think that's fair enough.
Yeah, they're done. I mean, everybody else is like 1-5, 2-3.
Yeah, Chicago's done.
Yeah, Chicago's done.
New Orleans, Carolina, as much as I hate to say it, they're pretty much done.
Yeah, 1-5. They're not coming back from that. They got a tough schedule, man. They still got a lot of tough opponents that they got to face.
Tampa's done.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Tampa depends on how they play this week. I'm not going to write them off all the way yet.
Yeah, see, but the problem is they got to win the wild card because Atlanta's running away with that division. So
not necessarily. They only came back. So and remember, Tampa beat Atlanta.
Guess who just joined Facebook Live? So we got the Doublemint twins on there, Ron and Mar. What's going on, homies?
Oh man, what's going on, man? Biggie Shorty. Biggie Shorty just joined the party.
Oh man.
But wow, California running away with this game, man. They killing Oregon.
Yeah, I'm not even watching any college ball.
Yeah, so San Fran is done. Yeah, Arizona. I think Arizona makes the playoffs.
I don't think so. Yeah. I told you this last week. Arizona's done, man. It's Palmer, man. He's gassed.
They have 500. You can't count them out. They have 500.
He's gassed, bro. He's done. Watch. I'm telling you, he's gonna falter. He's faltered already.
Yeah, I don't think they've done. They're a team that can, hit their stride at any point. And they have a lot of talent. It's not like they don't have talent.
No, I'm not saying they do. But I mean, you're as good as your quarterback too. So I think they're done. Yeah, we'll see. So let's get into these picks, Steve-O. So we didn't do that bad last week, Steve. I didn't get a chance to go back and get our count of wins and losses against the spread. But I know I went 2-1 in my money shot bets, and then you went. I believe you only had one, so I think you went 1-0, which is always good. That's that's a 1,000%, on that. So if you were listening yesterday, between the both of us, we went 3-1. So
last week, not yesterday. Last week.
Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that. Last week.
Gotta stay on top.
Oh yeah, it's getting kind of late, man. It's getting past my bedtime, But last week, between the two of us, we went 3-1. So not bad on our money shot bets on our locks of the week. So we're gonna get right into it. First game over in London. Yo, man, them London folks, they're gonna love OBJ, man. All that freedom of expression over there. You got the Spice Girls and Boy George, Elton John, those type of folks. So
and not to mention the net. The net is gone too.
Yeah, man. So I it's kind of hard to call this game. The one question I had though when I was looking at this game is, when is Ty Gurley going to just go off and go nuts on the football field? Like, when is he going to have one of those eye-popping performances? So I don't think it's going to be this game, though. The G-men are pretty stout against the run. They do have solid corners who can contain, the kind of surprising, okay playing Case Keenum right now. The line I thought was kind of weird. It's -3 to Rams. I feel like the G-men are a live dog. I think it's going to be a close game, but I'm taking the points.
And it's one of those games that is going to probably go down to like the last few possessions. To be honest, I don't see it being a blowout.
No, I don't.
Either way, they're pretty equal on defense, to be honest. With their 17, the Rams and the Giants are ranked 19.
Right. But I think the matchups favor the Giants just because their corners are better than the Rams. The Rams, I think it's Tremaine Johnson. He's out still. So I think that's the key matchup, right? New York's receivers against their corners and vice versa. And I got to go with New York's. And shout out Stephanie Mazza for joining. Shout out to the females joining the MoneyPot podcast. Appreciate that.
Yeah, this is a hard one to call.
Right.
Over 45.
What you got, Steve-O? You on the clock, buddy?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna take the G-men in this one. They got a little swag from last week.
Right.
Looking a little better. So.
Yeah, that's because the boy went off for what, 2 plus?
Yeah.
Yeah, he went nuts.
I mean, the Ravens' defense isn't the Rams, but
Who? You said the Ravens?
The Ravens, yeah.
But the Ravens got a good D. What you talking about?
The Ravens' defense isn't as good as the Rams.
Yeah, well, they're a little banged up, so I'll give you that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right.
What we got next, man?
You already know who we got next, man. Them Birds, baby. No, we don't get the whole song, man. They lost 2 in a row, man. I ain't trying to hear
Yeah,
that.
they did. No free calls.
No, not trying to hear that. So this was a tough game for me to look at, Steve. The line swung crazy. So when the line opened, it was -1 Eagles, and now it's -3 Minnesota. So that's around a 5-point swing. And honestly, you would think it would be more, right? Minnesota's coming here undefeated, top defense in the league. Our offense hasn't shown really anything, and we have a good defense. I think this game comes down to penalties, turnovers, and who wins the line of scrimmage. Who's in the trenches, the big fellas, who win those battles. I think Philadelphia's defense has been kind of underwhelming the last 2 games. And I actually like the Eagles matchup. I like the Eagles matchup against their offense. And, of course, you got to love Minnesota's matchup, their defense against our offense.
Right.
So I think Minnesota's due for a bad game, man. My gut says Bird game.
All right. Not a bad pick.
My gut says Birds.
I'm going to go the opposite way. The way the Eagles looked last week and the week before, especially against the run, and they were letting guys that weren't even that good just shred them to pieces. Even with Detroit, I mean, Theo Reddick, he's okay, but he's not a top tier running back. He may be a tier 2 running back, and he looked phenomenal against them. Washington had 3 running backs.
Right.
One guy, no one knew his name, and he came in and was successful against them. So I can see Minnesota with McKinnon and Asiata.
You think they're going to run on us? I don't think so.
I don't see why not. I didn't think that the Lions or the Redskins was going to run on us.
Yeah, but see, I think the biggest difference that is being overlooked in this game is that the Redskins have a really good offensive line, right? They got, I think, 2 or 3 first-round picks on that offensive line. Minnesota's offensive line?
They have a great left tackle.
Who, Cummings? He's not good.
No, the Redskins.
Trent. Oh, yeah. He might be the best left tackle in the league.
Right. That's it. They don't have like a really good offensive line.
Yeah, they do. They got the guard. The guard.
Cousins was under pressure a lot before that game. This game last week was the only game where Cousins wasn't really touched. Before that, Cousins was getting touched a whole lot.
Yeah, but the offensive guard, I think his name's I think it was the F. The S.
They're okay.
I think they're better than okay, bro. They got 2 first-round picks on that offensive line.
Who cares? Who cares about a first-round pick?
What you mean? Who cares?
Who cares about a first?
If your first round pick turns into Trent Williams, you absolutely care.
A lot of them don't pan out. We had
they did.
Watkins. That was a first round.
Yeah, but he's not Trent Williams, is he? Or the offensive guard.
I just said he was great. I gave him that.
Yeah.
They got a great left tackle. That's it. So you're not going to sit and tell me that they have a really good offensive line because they don't. They have a mediocre line.
I don't know about that, Steve-O. I don't know. So you got Minnesota, bro?
Yeah, I'm going to take Minnesota in this game. I just think that that Minnesota defense is just too much. Our receivers hasn't been creating that much separation.
No, I'm not mad at you at all. Yeah, Dougie's got to get creative. He's got to create a lot of like picks and natural rubs in the receiving just to give him a little bit of room. So we'll see. Should be a real live game because I did some more research. Fox's crew who's coming here is they're bringing their number 1 crew for the game, and then the tickets. I heard the tickets are sold out everywhere. Like you can't get tickets to this game. So this is a big game, and we've been on the road for the last 2 games, so it's gonna be rocking down there, at the stadium at Lincoln Financial Field. So I like Philly. So, but we'll see. We'll see. So,
Right on.
next game we got is New Orleans and KC. Who you got, bro?
I like Kansas City. I like Kansas City, but
Good pick. Yeah, I like KC too. They're -6. You know, Arrowhead is one of the toughest places to play in. You know, Breeze outside, he averages about under 2 touchdowns and about 260 yards. You know, a lot of the public likes New Orleans because of the way that offense has been going. But I kind of like KC's offense to explode in this game. New Orleans still doesn't have a defense. Marcus Peters actually knows Brandon Cooks back in their college days. So he's played him over the years. So he kind of knows his tendencies, or he's familiar with, you know, how to play Brandon Cooks. So even though they move Cooks around a lot, you know, when they do have those matchups and those one-on-one matchups, I like Peters' matchup. So I really like KC at home to win this game, and their defense is getting healthy. So I'm with you on that one, bro. Next game we got is Washington and Detroit. I
like the Lions in this game.
Do you? I don't know how they keep winning. Like, I have no idea how Detroit keeps winning. They have nobody. They're so banged up. It's crazy. You know, Reddick's out this game, right?
Yeah.
Again. Yeah, I know.
But Stafford is just really
he's playing lights out.
He's using everybody.
He is.
Not really zero in on Calvin Johnson at the play. So I don't know if that's one thing that's helping him out, but I mean they're fine in the way. They got some pretty okay receivers. Their receivers showing up. So I like the Lions against Washington this week. I like them to beat them.
Oh yeah, I went the other way. I like Washington. I think Washington stays hot. I think it's the opposite. I like their matchup, their corners against Detroit's receivers. I think Norman shuts down Jones, and you know what's the other guy's name? Is it Braylon?
Braylon.
Yeah, Braylon. I like his matchup too. Yeah, he's been struggling, but I mean their receivers aren't nobody to be scared of. I mean Tate exploded the one game, but that's one game he exploded. Other than that, he's been, you know, nothing. And, you know, Anquan Bolden is still, you know, he still does what he does. So I went Washington on that one.
Cool.
Next one we got Cleveland and Cincy. Cavs won the chip. The Indians just punched their ticket to the World Series. What's up with the Browns, man?
So I sound like you going Browns, huh?
Hell no.
But see, I don't know. Cincy, they got to win by 11, right?
I saw it as 10. Did it go to 11?
Yeah, well, they're -10, so they got to win
Oh,
by 11.
yeah. You're right. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, so they got to win by 11.
I mean, Cleveland's so bad that they could really go 0-16 now.
Yeah, and plus, I mean, their best athlete on the field is Terrell Pryor.
Yeah.
But their quarterback has been playing well, though.
No,
I'm not even going to take that away from him.
No, he has. And Cincy's defense hasn't had just one of those games yet. They haven't.
Right.
I don't. It wouldn't surprise me if Cleveland covers, because I think if you look at the history, I think I read some when I was looking into this game that Cleveland historically actually plays Cincy tough with the the in-state rivalry. I put Cincy though. I can't bet on Cleveland like that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think Cleveland.
You think Cleveland covers?
If you can get Cleveland on the teaser for like
17,
14, I'll give you 15.
Right.
I'll take them without a doubt, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'll take Cleveland. No, I swear, honestly, that's what I'm gonna do. I'll take Cleveland on the teaser for like 15 with no problem, because I don't see Cincinnati beating them by that much. They just been off and on. Cincinnati's just been off and on. But if not, man.
And I think the key in there too is Hugh Jackson, right? Hugh Jackson knows Cincy, so.
Right.
You know, he could have.
That's true too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, but it's not. Y'all just take on that one. But I'm taking Cleveland on a teaser for 15 without a problem.
Right. All right. So next game we got here is Buffalo and Miami, and I want to tell you, man, I'm gonna be straight.
I like the Dolphins.
You like the Dolphins?
+3, absolutely. Shady's out. Shady's not gonna play.
No, yeah, he's not gonna play, and neither is Woods.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. And let me just mention something with Woods. I seen one of the worst trades ever in fantasy history. James traded
Was Sproles, yeah, for Woods.
That had to be the most garbage trade I've ever seen in my life.
You know what? It's funny. I saw that trade, and I'm like, is this for real? Like, I wasn't sure. I was like, are we really talking about trading Darren Sproles for Robert Woods? This made it. I wanted to veto it because it was so bad. Like, who cares about these players?
The worst trade in fantasy history ever.
Yeah, but it's funny though, because when Woods is healthy, he's their number one. So if James is looking at it like I'm getting somewhat of a number one target, then I get it. But who would take Darren Sproles though? Like, who accepted that? Was that a homie deal? That's where I felt it was. So yo, help me out, man. I'm like 2-4 in fantasy.
Hey Mark, we might have to look at that because that probably was Nick. Probably was Nick. That was the absolute worst trade I ever.
It really was. No, it was.
But I think Miami wins this game, man. They've been trying to hit stride, man. Their defense actually been playing really good.
Yeah, no, their defense has been playing, pretty modest. It's just this. So this is my problem, bro. Every time I bet against Buffalo, when they have nobody, they find ways to win. Like, they have no Shady, they have no Watkins, they're not gonna have any Woods. But I think Rex is a player's coach, and he just finds ways to motivate these guys, and people want to play for Rex Ryan. And I still don't think Miami is a good team. I think, that Jay Ajayi, I think that whole 200 yards rushing game was lightning in a bottle. They, Tannehill hasn't still lived up to the, what they thought he was.
I don't think so, man.
I like Buffalo.
He was really highly recruited out of college, man. He was projected to go along. Ajayi.
Yeah, but he hasn't. What has he done? He hasn't done anything.
I mean, he had Lamar Miller for him last year.
Okay, he hasn't done anything this year. I mean, Arian Foster beat him out, bro.
But he was hurt coming in out of the camp, and now he had his chance to start with Arian Foster on the bench, and he played well. Out of training camp, he was hurt. He was set to start, but then he got hurt.
Yeah, we'll see, bro. We'll see.
Yeah, I think he's a player. He's a player. He's a really good player.
Yeah, I just traded him in fantasy too. So.
Man.
Yeah. So we're good. We're good. All right, next one.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
All right, so I went on a money pick and I actually messed up. This ain't my money lock. I actually have it says lock, but I switched it. But we won't lock this one in. But I really do love this game. It's Oakland and the Jags. I love Oakland in this game, man. I think Oakland's undefeated actually on the road. Their defense is underwhelming because of how many yards they give up. But the Jags can't run the ball. And then Blake Bortles hasn't been lighting it up, throwing the ball. I mean, he could be this game. This game could be a shootout, actually, which I think it will be.
Definitely could.
But I really like the over as well. I think Oakland wins the game. They're only -1. But, if you were going to put money on this game, I wouldn't go Oakland -1. I would go to over. And I think the over is the over at 50? It might be at 50. I gotta check.
I'll let you know.
No. It went down. It's actually at 47.5.
Yeah. I see 47 even.
Yeah, so it might even went down even more. I love Oakland with 47.5 because Oakland's going to put up almost 24 to 30 points. You know what I mean, by themselves. So, I mean, I played that a little bit prematurely, but I love the over in this game.
Yeah, I like Oakland -1.
All right.
And this,
So we're going to take that. We're going to take that one back, even though I played the music. But we'll take that one back. And I got other ones that I locked in, and they're coming up.
well, actually, Oakland is +1.
Are they +1 now?
Which is good. Yeah, Oakland +1.
Yeah, you're right. They are +1. Yeah. All right. Next game we got is Indy and Tennessee.
I'm going Tennessee, man. Indianapolis coach they're not looking good at all. Their defense is kind of awful.
It's gonna be an interesting
Man, one of
week.
the worst defenses in the world in the league.
Yeah, no, they do. It's gonna be an interesting week, Steve. Man, we're button heads. No pun intended. This week, you know, Tennessee's really hot right now. Mariota's had, I think, 2 back-to-back games where he's lit it up. You know, Luck is still getting killed back there. I actually think the last 2 games, Tennessee's defense had 6 sacks straight. But a funny stat that I found when I was digging into this game, Luck has beaten Tennessee 9 straight times. And he hasn't lost an AFC South game in his career yet, I think. I took Indy with the points. I think Luck finds a way to get a win here. I took the points.
Yeah. I just don't see. I like Tennessee. I think DeMarco Murray is going to have a really good game.
Yeah, he is. He's going to have a huge game.
They run defense. That's one of my fantasy picks too. Their run defense is bad.
Right.
Just with the athleticism of Marcus Mariota is going to create a lot of problems with Indianapolis as well. They really got no pressure on Brock Osweiler last week, man.
Yeah.
It allowed them to come back. So, I mean, Frank Gore is disgruntled. He said he didn't come there for that.
Should have came to Philly.
Yeah, he backed out.
Yeah, he did.
He threw it. Yeah. So I like Tennessee in this game.
Yeah, I hear you. I can't be mad at that pick. I can see why. I don't know. I'm just going with Luck.
So
Next one. You already know what that sound means.
solid ball. Let me guess. Hold on. I don't even see it yet, but I'm gonna guess real quick.
You'll catch it.
There's gotta be Tampa and San Fran.
Nah, not that one.
Nah.
Be more in the Jets. Ryan Mallett versus Geno Smith. That's what we got here. Yo, I was looking at this game and I'm like, yo, this is like
Geno?
huh?
You said who versus Geno?
Ryan Mallett. Is Flacco playing?
Who's not playing?
I don't know. They haven't announced it yet. They said he practiced.
I think Flacco's playing.
Flacco's gonna play? Oh. Because when I wrote this up, it was looking like he didn't practice. So it was looking like he wasn't going to play. And I started talking trash. This is like Manute Bol versus Sean Bradley. Like, this is terrible. Like, could you imagine them two playing basketball one-on-one? How terrible that game would be? This is what this is. It's like Brian Shaw versus Tyrone Lue. This is terrible.
Yeah.
Like, the only people who would come and watch them play is family and friends. That's it.
That's like Oak versus Oak.
You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
So, you know what I did for this game, bro? I flipped the coin and landed on heads. I took the Ravens.
I actually took the Ravens either way. I like, I mean, if Joe Flacco plays, even if he don't play, I like the Ravens.
I can dig it. Yeah, Geno
He's
sucks.
still out, but yeah, I'm rooting for Geno though, man. I think
You always been rooting for Geno. I don't know why. They put, I read a stat about Geno. So Fitzpatrick leads the league in interceptions, right?
Yeah.
Geno Smith leads the league in interceptions since 2013. He absolutely is trash.
Geno Smith fired, man.
All right. Yeah, whatever. All right, next one.
Here comes the money.
All right, there we go.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Yeah. Now we get into our first money shot, money bet. One of my best bets. San Diego and Atlanta. Lock me in Atlanta, bro. San Diego's 0-3 away. I typically don't like betting against Phil Rivers because every time you do and count him out, they find a way to cover or make the game close. But Atlanta really might be the best team in the league right now. Especially, they are the best offensive team, obviously. But they really might be the best team in the league right now. And they're 5-1 against the spread the last 6 games.
They're not the best.
They have an argument. They're an argument for the best team in the league.
No, they don't.
Who's better? Don't say Seattle. They barely lost to Seattle. In Seattle.
Seattle's a better team.
I don't know about that.
Better team.
Who?
New England is a better team.
I'll give you New England. I'm not giving you Seattle though.
I mean, that's your opinion, but I think Seattle is a better team. Seattle was built on defense and offense. Like,
Not too much on offense, bro. Don't get it twisted. Their passing game is still a little suspect. I mean, Jimmy's coming on strong, but their receivers are. Everybody's waiting for Doug Baldwin to bust out 10 touchdowns like he did last year. That ain't happening this year.
No, that happened. They just got Debbie out. Still early in the season.
Well, who you got there, buddy? You going Atlanta?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, okay. Okay, that's all I needed to know.
Without a doubt.
Right. Next game.
Here comes the
Oh,
money.
we back to back with
Here
it.
we go. Money talk.
Here
Yeah.
comes the money.
So you thought this one was a toilet bowl pick. I actually love Tampa in this game. Now what's kind of funny.
That's my lock.
That's your lock too? All right, let me put you down.
I actually love the under.
You want me to put the under or you want Tampa straight?
I mean, I like Tampa straight, but I like the under too. If you can do the under and Tampa, if you can bet somewhere with both of them, I should take both. Because I don't see those teams scoring 48 points combined.
Well, it's kind of funny, but it's funny. San Fran's been scoring, and honestly, I think if Cap has a bad first half, he's getting yanked. They're gonna go. I mean, who's the dude that's behind him? What's his name again? I forget his name. But
Yeah, I forget too.
yeah, I forget his name. It's like it's right there, but I forget. Don't it begin with a B? Whatever. Who cares?
Oh yeah, Brissett, I believe.
The quarterback? The quarterback's not named Brissett. What are you talking about?
It is so. All right, go ahead. Let's keep going. I'm looking it up right now.
All right, he said Brissett. Get out of here.
It's
So
like B-R-I. Go ahead.
So Hyde is out. I mean, it could be kind of blessing. Hyde's a good player, but I mean, maybe Tripp is trying to do too much with him and not see what else he has. So you got a couple unknowns.
He's always hurt though, man. He got a record of being hurt.
Yeah,
That's a bad thing.
no, he does. And then I'm not sure if he fits the offense or not, but it doesn't matter. He's hurt. But my thing really about this game is the quarterback play. And the 49ers defense is really not that good. And I said last week that Cap's head is just not in the game. So I got to go with the better team. And then Tampa gets, what's his name again? Gerald. Is it Gerald? It's not McCoy, is it? Gerald who? What's his last name?
Yeah, Gerald McCoy.
Oh, okay, it is Gerald. Yeah, okay. So yeah, he's coming back this week, so that should help with that run defense. And Cap didn't show us nothing last year, so I'm going with Tampa. Lock me in.
I'm thinking Jeff Driscoll. I'm sorry. That's what you're talking about. But are you talking? I know you're not talking about Christian Ponder. Christian Ponder is garbage.
Who did you say? Jeff Driscoll. Who the hell is that? I said a quarterback. His name's Blaine Gabbert.
Yeah, but he was starting. He's not going to yank him from. I mean, he'll probably put in the.
He might put in Ponder. He might actually go Ponder. If he puts in Ponder, it'd be kind of interesting how that turns out because Chip Kelly was really high on Christian Palmer in the draft.
Yeah, he was.
So, I mean, Ponder hasn't shown anything, and I don't know what Chip Kelly sees in Ponder.
Blaine Gabbert, so they're in the same boat.
Yeah, so lock me in, Tampa. Next game, New England, Pittsburgh. So, obviously, everybody knows Big Ben is out with that torn meniscus. And when it's funny, man, the Steelers were favored in this game, -1, and now it's -7 New England. So it was an 8-point swing when Big Ben went down. Pittsburgh actually has the offense to make this game somewhat close. I just don't know who Landry Jones is, and he's not going to keep scoring with Brady. You know, Belichick has a knack for shutting down the opposition's best player. I think he does that in Bell. He'll let Brown go muck on him, but I think keeping Bell in check is where, you know, they should go and where they should focus. Keep the Steelers one-dimensional. New England. Lock me in.
I like New England.
Yeah. I didn't like it, but I'm playing New England on teasers. I'm playing New England straight. Anything you can think of, I'm putting New England on there.
Yeah, I mean, they're just a different team without
No, they absolutely.
Big Ben.
Absolutely, and it'll show.
Yeah.
All right. So what we got here next? What we got here next here, buddy? Oh. Might be game of the week.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
I'm going for 3 this week, man.
The money.
So we got Seattle and Arizona. Arizona is back. That's what everybody believes. Just not me. I absolutely love Seattle in this game. They're going to beat up Arizona.
Seattle -1. That's a
I have. Did it change? I said it's +2.
Nah, Seattle -1. Arizona always play them tough. They don't beat them, but they play them tough. I like Seattle, but
No, it's still favorite Arizona, bro. That line is -1.5 Arizona. It's still Arizona favorite. I love Seattle in this game, man. Lock me in for Seattle, man. There's no way Palmer. The way that offense has been going, and then not even that. Even though John Brown, what's up?
you're right. I said no. You're right. Seattle +1.
Yeah. Even though John Brown has, you know, he has some top end speed, and he has flashed, you know, a game here and there. He's actually out of this game because he has a sickle cell trait that kind of flared up, and his leg has been in pain. So he's not even going to play. So all they have is David Johnson. That's all they have. And you key that in, and it's over. I mean, Palmer hasn't done anything this year. I don't know why people are still in love with Carson Palmer. He's done, man. It's a wrap for him. He had his shine last year. He had his big woo-ha, his big send-off last year, and he blew it when he messed up in the playoffs. He's done. There's no way he's going to be able to stick with that defense. And not even that, Arizona's been iffy. Everybody loves that they beat up. I forget who they played last week. Everybody loves that they beat up whoever they. Who did they play last week?
I don't know. Check for you right off the top.
But I can check too. Let me see who they beat up.
But,
The Jets.
Yeah, I don't know.
The Jets stink, man. David Johnson's not running for 3 touchdowns against that Seattle defense. Get out of here.
Yeah, no, I like Seattle.
I love Seattle.
I just like I said earlier, I just think that the Cardinals always play them tough. That's why it's such a close line.
Yeah, no, they do, but not this game. They're just Arizona's overmatched. I mean, you won't put Sherman on Larry.
Say that again?
I said you can't put Sherman on Larry because Larry's in the slot. So
Why would you do that?
I mean, because that's all they got. That's all they got passing the ball. They're going to have to pass the ball to win this game. They can't. They're not going to run.
They'll stay in their zone. That's what they do best. There's no point having him follow a team like that around. Like now, when it was Julio, yeah. But, I mean, not Larry. You can play your zone and just everybody help out.
Yeah, well, Larry can still hurt you in small ways, though. Don't let Larry Legend still got some juice left.
He's not no Julio Jones.
No, he's not. Not at all. Lock me in Seattle, though. Next game.
My man.
Houston and Denver. I think Denver is going to completely destroy Brock Osweiler. I think Denver's motivated. I think they want to prove that he's just lightning in a bottle. You got to love Denver at home.
Right.
Osweiler breaks under the pressure like he has most of the year. He's going to turn the ball over. You know he is. He's turned the ball over almost in every game, at least once.
That's the thing. They both going to turn the rock over. Him and
Who? Simeon?
Yeah, he turns the rock over too.
Not like Osweiler. I love Denver in this game, man. I mean, it's a high line. It's -8, and Houston's defense is underrated. It's because, without Watt, they don't get as much attention.
Their defense is underrated, but also they still haven't done anything yet. So I don't think that they're pretty much underrated. They just, you judge them off of how they play. I mean,
Right.
Up and down, they don't have any, true standouts that could be game changers like a Watt, or especially in their secondary. But
Is Kevin Johnson playing? Or is he hurt?
Say that again?
Their number 1 pick I think it was Kevin Johnson, right? The corner.
The corner?
Yeah. Is it Kevin Johnson?
No, I don't think it's Kevin Johnson.
No. You know who I'm talking about, though, right?
Yeah.
I forget his name.
I don't know, man. I like Denver. I like Denver to win. If you can buy some points and buy Denver down to 5, go for it.
I love Denver in that game, man.
Simeon scares me a little bit.
Why?
I know because ever since he came back from being hurt, he's just been playing a little different. Like he was taking care of the ball in the beginning, but now it's just like everyone's getting film on him too. So once you get film on players and can prepare for them, it's a little different.
Right.
So we'll see. I like Denver though. So.
Yeah, I love Denver in that game. I'm putting them on a couple of teasers. You tease them down, that's a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's what you tease them down, you good.
So, who you got on? Before we get ready to close off the show, give me some fantasy gems here.
All right, I'm a running back. They go with DeMarco Murray.
Okay.
I like Jaquez Rogers against the 49ers. Another cheap one would probably be Ajayi for the Dolphins.
Are you talking about the against the 49ers? Who'd you say?
Jaquez Rogers for
The running back. Yeah. I know. Okay.
Yeah, I like him, against the 49ers.
Yeah. He's gonna get the rock. He's a workhorse.
Yeah, definitely. And he catches the ball, too.
Right.
So he's good in a PPR league if you can grab him. I like Ajayi for the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
And one more I got McKinnon for the Vikings. I think he has a pretty good game against the Eagles. Wide receivers, I'm going to go with Crowder. Deshaun Jackson is out. So
is he out? Has that been confirmed?
From what I've been reading, that I don't think he's playing.
I know he practiced. He did practice Friday. I do know that he had shoulder and leg, but he did practice.
He's a game time decision now.
Right.
Like, even if he does play, I don't see him. He's just going to be out there being pretty much a decoy. Like last week, he had a couple catches in the beginning of the game, but after that, he just was nowhere to be found. But so I like Crowder for the Redskins. I like Mike Thomas for New Orleans again.
Okay.
And I like Adam Thielen. That's the type of his name for the Vikings.
Oh, the receiver?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
We've been getting ate up by a lot of these receivers, so I think that he'll have another good game. Quarterbacks, so like Mariota, Dalton, and Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
You can go either way with Matt Ryan or Phillip Rivers. I think they're just going to be just slinging a rock all game long, but definitely Matt Ryan.
Yeah, I like those two. I actually have those two in mind as well.
Yeah, tight end. I can't think of it. Oh, Henry for San Diego. He's been getting the ball a lot. Phillip Rivers likes him. I don't really like. Well, of course, Sam Bradford likes Kyle Rudolph, but
yeah, I don't think he has a good game though.
Yeah, I don't know. Tight ends seem to kill the Eagles as well, so it's kind of.
What tight ends do you know that killed the Eagles?
Vernon Davis.
Because he had two catches, 50 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah.
That's not killing the Eagles.
That's a good game. That's a good game.
That's an okay game. Stop it.
That's a good game.
He did not kill the Eagles. Come on.
I didn't.
Come on.
But tight ends have been getting open against their linebackers.
Who though?
Match them up against Kendrick. You're gonna have a field day.
Yeah, but who? I'm just saying, what tight end has killed the Eagles this year? There hasn't been a tight end. They played Cleveland. They played Chicago. They played Pittsburgh. They played Detroit.
Cleveland stinks.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, they don't pick their schedule. I mean, Barnidge didn't do garbage. Barnidge actually didn't have a catch.
No, I don't think he did.
And then Zach Miller didn't do anything with Chicago. Pittsburgh had Jesse James. He ain't do nothing. Ain't nobody do anything. You talking about there, buddy?
I think I have a good game, man. Lock that in.
I can dig it, man. I can dig it. So my fantasy, I did go Matt Ryan as well. I did go Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton's cheap in DraftKings, so cue him. And I actually like Russell Wilson. I think Russell Wilson is a sneaky play as well. For my running backs, I did have Jamal Charles, but I don't think he's playing. I think there was some reports that he had swelling in his knee.
On his knee, yeah.
Yeah, so I had to take him off. And then you know what I went with? I went with the tandem of the Atlanta tandem, the Atlanta running backs, Coleman and Freeman. Yeah, I went with them both. Then I went with who else did I go with? I think Chris Ivory. I think he's a sneaky play as well. And then my receivers, AJ Green, Evans, and OBJ. So those are no secret there. Tight end, I went with Jimmy Graham. I like Kelsey as well. Hunter Henry.
Yeah, I kind of looked at him too.
Yeah, I like Hunter Henry. And I think a sleeper is Julian Thomas for the Jags. I think they got a good matchup. And then my defenses are Tampa, Cincy, and Denver. I just think Denver's going to kill that boy, man. They're going to have no mercy whatsoever.
To Brock, huh? They're going to get ready.
Oh, my God. They're going to kill him. They're going to kill him.
Yeah.
And and I don't mean to cut you off. It is Kevin Johnson. That's his name.
Okay.
Yeah. Kevin Johnson from Wake Forest. But go ahead, bro.
Gotcha. I didn't have a defense, but I think New England. I would pick New England defense.
I like that pick. That's a nice little sleeper pick.
I like New England defense.
Right.
So I just don't see. I see them creating a lot of havoc. For Landry.
Solid. So I want to thank everybody who came on Facebook Live. What's that said? My homie Alex has asked me if I had Madden on Xbox. He said I'm ready for a head-to-head. Yeah, I haven't even played Madden this year. How terrible is that? So I just haven't had the time to play it. Yeah. So and I don't even got an Xbox. Man, who has an Xbox?
I got an Xbox, man. If you want some work, man.
Well, what's your screen name? I give it to him for you.
It is Headbanger545.
Headbanger 545 there, Alex. Shout him out. My co-host said he gonna give you that work there, buddy.
Hey, tell him send me a friend invite, man. I mean, and we can jump on them sticks one of these days, man.
Hey, Alex.
Next week I'll post the score. How about that?
Yeah. True. So, Alex, remember that Headbanger 545. Yeah. He said Nelson got nothing for him. Yeah. I just traded for Randall Cobb, and then in my draft in the fantasy it said it wasn't going to process till Sunday, so I was hot. And next thing you know, I processed an hour before the game yesterday, and he was on my bench, and oh my God, he went off.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, right?
Touchdown.
Yeah, he had 11 catches, almost 100 yards in a teeter. Like, he just went ape shit. So, whatever. But I want to thank everybody for joining the MoneyPot podcast, and hope to see y'all next week. Appreciate y'all.
Show you the ins, the outs, the ups, and downs. Come out. This is me, boy, solo.